What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode brought to you by the League FFB. It is that time of the year where everybody is talking about the 2024 rookie class, but if you play Dynasty Fantasy Football, you need to be aware of the upcoming draft classes because you're going to be moving those picks, maybe even acquiring those picks in trades. So I think the best practice for us is to put names to those draft picks, even if we're just penciling them in right now. We don't have to write it with permanent marker. And despite people telling you that next year's draft class is going to be a weaker class, there is still going to be players worth drafting. So I have 3 wide receiver prospects in today's video in the upcoming 2025 wide receiver class that I think you should keep an eye on throughout the college football season and as we approach the 2025 NFL draft. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into today's video and let's start talking about my first prospect. So the first player that I want to talk about in today's video is going to be Tetairoa McMillan from the Arizona Wildcats. 6'5", 210 pounds. You've probably seen his highlights on your Twitter feeds up to this point, but as a senior in high school, T-Mac was a finalist for the Gatorade Football Player of the Year award after he had 88 receptions for 1,302 yards and 18 touchdowns. Now, he was also selected to play in the 2022 All-American Bowl that year, and as a 5-star recruit, he originally committed to the University of Oregon before switching to the University of Arizona, making him the highest-rated recruit in Arizona football history. McMillan earned immediate playing time in his true freshman year at Arizona, finishing the 2022 season with 39 receptions for 702 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. And in 2023, he took another step forward, emerging as the wide receiver 1 alongside NFL wide receiver Jacob Cowing, who now plays for the San Francisco 49ers, finishing the year with 90 receptions for 1,402 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns as the Wildcats receiving leader and as a second-team All-Pac-12 award winner. Now, going into his junior season, T-Mac should have the opportunity to further add to his resume here and tack on another elite season with the Arizona Wildcats, and he's probably going to end up in the conversation for the wide receiver 1 in this class with the next guy we're going to talk about. And so that next player is going to be Luther Burden III, playing for the Missouri Tigers, standing at 5'11", 208 pounds. Burden was selected by ESPN as the top offensive recruit in the class of 2022, and he was deemed as a top 5 overall recruit nationally by ESPN, 24/7 Sports, and Rivals.com. Now, he received a total of 41 college scholarship offers, eventually narrowing down his final options to Alabama, Georgia, and Missouri before eventually committing to Missouri in October of 2021. Luther was only the 4th consensus 5-star recruit signed by Missouri in the past 20 years after Dorial Green Beckham, Terry Beckner Jr., and Blaine Gabbert. And as a freshman, Burden put up 45 receptions for 463 total yards and 9 total touchdowns in the air, on the ground, and in the return game, so used as a Swiss Army knife as a freshman. However, as a sophomore, the Tigers, they did start to unlock him a little bit more as a receiving threat, and he did lead the team with 86 receptions for 1,212 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, making him a first-team All-SEC award winner in the 2023 season. Now, as a junior, Luther Burden III will most likely be able to establish himself as one of the best wide receiver prospects in the 2025 wide receiver class, and in my opinion, will compete for the wide receiver 1 title with Tetairoa McMillan. And now the third and final player that I want to bring to light is going to be Emeka Egbuka out of Ohio State, and he is standing at 6'1", 206 pounds, and admittedly, if you have been around the channel for a while, Egbuka was featured in this exact video last year when I was previewing wide receivers to watch coming into the 2024 NFL draft, but a down year riddled with injury forced Egbuka to decide to go back to school for his senior year. I was a little bit bummed about it, but it does make sense. Now, Egbuka, he dominated in high school, winning the Washington Gatorade Player of the Year as a junior, and then committed to Ohio State as a 5-star recruit and an early enrollee, foregoing his senior year, which had been moved to the spring due to the pandemic. And as a freshman in 2021, he entered the wide receiver room of Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Marvin Harrison Jr., making it very hard for Emeka to earn snaps. However, in 2022, Egbuka stepped up after Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave left for the NFL draft, and he posted 74 receptions for 1,151 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns, finishing just slightly behind Marvin Harrison Jr. in all of those categories and receiving second-team All-Big Ten honors. Now, unfortunately, as a junior, Egbuka suffered a high ankle sprain that required a tightrope surgery, and this hindered Egbuka's performance for the majority of of the year and even forced him to miss some time during the 2023 season. So because of that, he only posted 41 receptions for 515 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. Was still an all Big Ten third team award winner during that season, but like I said, very hindered by that ankle injury and that tightrope surgery. Now, Egbuka will get the chance to go back to Ohio State this year as a senior and prove that he's capable of giving you that high-end wide receiver production that we saw from him in 2022, but it won't necessarily be easy because he is going to be playing against a freshman standout wide receiver in Jeremiah Smith, who I am certain is going to be on a video like this sometime in the future. But nonetheless, Egbuka will still have the chance to go in and prove himself in 2024, so he can be one of the top wide receivers drafted off of the board here in 2025. Now, that is all I have for you guys today. Like I said, very quick, very short video, but 3 wide receiver prospects you need to keep your eyes on this year if you are looking to trade for or trade away those 2025 first round picks. I do think all of these guys will be in first round conversations. I'm going to do a video on the running backs of this class on Friday, so more players in that video that you should be keeping an eye on as well. But if you did enjoy today's video, go ahead and hit that like button. It is the best free way to show this channel some support, and make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel and hitting the notification bell. That way you never miss a future upload when those videos do come out. And last but not least, make sure you are a member of the Discord. We do have a free Discord linked in the description. I'm in there helping you guys with your best ball teams, dynasty teams, redraft rosters, anything you need fantasy football wise, I got you. It's the best way to reach me and ask me some questions. So like I said, free to join. Go in the Discord. There is no risk in joining that. With all that out of the way, I will see you guys on our next video. But until then, peace out.